With long-standing support from Toyota, the event has become something of an institution. It was that time of year again when Botswana goes a little crazy with Toyota 1000 Desert Race fever. One of the major events on the South African motorsport calendar, the Toyota 1000 Desert Race attracts competitors and spectators from South Africa and neighbouring territories.
Only 1,000 k's to go.
Thriving and rapidly developing metropolis of Gaborone in Botswana once again opened its arms to the Toyota 1000 Desert Race, with the Grand Palm Hotel the operations headquarters for the event. The hotel and surrounds were a hive of activity with organised chaos reigning as competitors went through documentation, scrutineering and other pre-race formalities. With a huge entry of cars, motorcycles and quads, race officials and competitors had 1,001 pre-event details with which to busy themselves. It was also time to renew old acquaintances, with the atmosphere pervaded by an aura of rising pre-event tension. Sitting pretty at the top of the production vehicle championship after 3 rounds were former bikers Neil Woolrich and Kenny Scholthammer in the factory Mitsubishi Pajero. With 2 wins under their belts already this season, Woolrich and Scholthammer were looking to consolidate their hold on the championship. Although comfortably ahead of Hannes Klobber and Richard Leek from the Nissan camp, the two were already examining various tactical possibilities.
We've got quite a nice lead. It's not as big as I'd like, obviously, but with 3 races into the year, we have got a nice lead. The Nissan is lying second, a couple of points behind us. And yeah, I think it's going to be a hard year. I think it'll go right down to the last race. But I think already with this race, it's starting to think championship-wise, not only winning the race, possibly to save the car and go for a place rather than win if we have to. Obviously the idea is to win the race, but the championship's very important for Pajero and for all our other sponsors. So yes, we're looking for the championship.
Third in the special vehicle standings after 3 events were Pajero Sugarbelt 400 winners Stefan Berthold and Atang Mahakaneni in the Speedstick Raceco. Berthold is from a racing family with father Bodo and brother Gary also among previous special vehicle class winners this season. At the pits, one of the young lions in off-road racing, Berthold's tactical outlook was simple and centred around the policy of maximum attack.
I have to drive this car as hard as I can for as long as I can. If the car can last, we can win. What else can you say? You know, it's easy to talk big, but to do it is a different story. So I'd like to win and have enough time to have a shower before the next load comes in, you know. Well, you just drive hard, that's it. If we miss the trees and the bushes and don't get punches, then they're going to have to try to drive fast for me.
On the quad front, it's also been a good season for Brendan Badenhorst. Completing his studies at Maritzburg College last year saw Badenhorst miss a couple of the national events, but he won the recent Barkbuster race. National quad racing is a hard school, with Badenhorst another of the young lions on the off-road scene. He was gearing himself up for a long and tough outing over the next 2 days.
The race is going to be long. Might have a few problems on the way, but I really think I can do it. With CJ Yamaha behind me, I really think I've got a lot of help, and I'm really going to try my best. As I say, the race is long and we can only see what happens.
Some familiar names at the top of the open 250cc class and 200 class motorcycle categories. Barry Creel led the 200s, Elmer Simons the 250 category ahead of Clayton Enslin, and that legend of his own lifetime, Alfie Cox, topped the open class. Cox was everyone's pre-race favourite, but there were other contenders like Darrell Curtis and 250 category leader Simons on the AGA LG Castrol KTM.
I'd say being halfway into the year and that, you've got a couple of races to fall back on if this is a bad race, but it's not the way I'm looking at it. You know, I want to obviously go out for a win, but if I do come home and I get a second or a third, it's alright, because I've still got other races coming up which I really like doing as well, so it's not too much pressure on me. A win would be nicer though, so just take it as it comes.
Events like the Toyota 1000 Desert Race don't come together overnight. Months of planning and route surveying go into organising the event, with teams under veteran clerk of the course Peter Monsieur Wilson making regular sorties into Botswana. To no one's great surprise, the Toyota 1000 Desert Race produced another of those early morning starts which appear to be part of the off-road culture. While most sane people are still warmly wrapped up in bed, off-road competitors and officials are going through all the little pre-race checks and adjustments that are part and parcel of the sport. For more experienced crews, there are few surprises out on the route, and falling into this category was Arpi Reiniker, a multiple South African champion and a multiple winner of the Desert Race, who once again carried Toyota's hopes of an overall win on their own event.
The first 100 Ks would be very difficult. We're going to take it very easy through these mountains and rocks and ditches and things. And the dust is also going to be a problem. So we will take it very carefully. As soon as we're out of the dust and out of the rocks, we'll get it going at full pace.
Experience is also a major weapon for the father and son crew of Franz Czepek Sr. and Jr., who are looking for a fourth successive Toyota 1000 win in the special vehicle category.
We've won it the last 3 years in a row, so there's a lot of pressure on us. We would love to make it a fourth, but I think everybody would like to win. But we're going to hold back in the beginning. We drew 9th position starting. That's the first special. So we're going to have to pass a lot of buckies and 4x4s, but it's going to be a good day.
National off-road events have become increasingly popular with motorsport enthusiasts, and a feature of this year's Toyota 1000 was the huge crowds that gathered along the route. Despite the early beginning to proceedings, there was a huge turnout of spectators at the start, with the Mitsubishi Pajero of Neil Woolrich and Kenny Scholthammer the first car to be flagged away.